A PhD in the arts and social sciences involves working closely with usually two supervisors in order to conduct your PhD research. It's broadly divided into three phases. Early on, you'll spend time honing your research questions and thinking about your methodology. There's then a phase of data gathering, which may involve fieldwork or archival work or these kinds of things. And then the final phase is writing up. And your supervisors will help you throughout that process. Studying for a PhD in science and engineering involves working as part of a larger research group or a research team. You'd be responsible for a particular area of the research, which you'd conduct and then write up as your PhD.
Completing a PhD is very challenging, and equally our entry requirements are demanding. They vary by different subject area, and you can check details on our website. To finance a PhD, international students can look into a number of different areas, and the first one that I'd recommend is looking at our own website. The university has just introduced new scholarships that are fully funded for PhD students, which would cover not only the tuition fees but also the living expenses for the 4 years that a student would be studying with us. The second area I'd really recommend is looking at national governments, both here in the UK through our research councils and the British Council, but also through different research councils overseas and government scholarships that may be available in your own country. If you're a student from outside of the European Union, you would need to apply for a student visa. The important thing to remember is that you need to prepare a lot of documentation and give yourself enough time to complete the application process.
The biggest challenges as a PhD student, I would say, is focusing. Since I work as part of a team, really focusing on your work is critical.
My supervisor is really important in my research because we just meet every week to discuss about our progress, and whenever I need her in my research, she's just there for me.
A typical day as a PhD student for me starts at about 8 o'clock, where we set up the experiment. That then runs until lunchtime, where we usually meet up with our supervisor, have lunch, discuss certain problems we've had, and then the experiment runs until maybe 6, 7 o'clock, sometimes longer.
The most exciting thing being a PhD student is doing your own research at your own pace. And since you're in a university, the environment is full of opportunities and you can use them whenever you want.
The most rewarding aspects of being a PhD student are really, you contribute towards knowledge. That is fantastic. You work on something that no one has ever explored before. And second, I would say, is probably the skills that you gain. You can really feel on a day-to-day basis that you're being prepared for the next step, whatever that might be.